Fight. We have you now.
Hey guys, what is up? Lucky Old Gamer here for a top 5 to come straight from the top of my head. They may be thinking, so since it's has Mortal Kombat in the background, it's probably best fighting games in the real world or something. But it's fighting games that should exist. I know, crazy. Now, let's jump off with a straight number 5. I'll also be doing the companies that should create, or the game creators that should create the game. And I forgot my number 5. Bullshit. How about that? Number 5. I remember number 5 now.
Fight.
Now, number 5, a lot of you may not like it. That's because it's more full of money than anything, if you ask me. But there should be a fighting game with different anime characters. And it should be made by Capcom. Or whoever made Street Fighter. I know it's Capcom, but I think there's also a different developer in there. Who knows? But anyway, there would be like heaps of different characters. There would be like Goku, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto characters, Fairy Tail, that kind of stuff. And I just imagine it would be a great game. Maybe can't think of a title for it, because anime fighting game probably won't work. Anime fight probably wouldn't work either. The thing is, this one literally was off the top of the head. This one was like, shit, I need a number 5. Let's think of something random. Why not? Number 4. Now, number 4 is made by... Wait, or will be made by... Okay, there's way too many. But this next one is a Star Wars fighting game. Now you may be thinking, oh yeah, that would be pretty cool. And this may make you be like, what? No, how stupid can you be? But I reckon it should be made by people who made Killer Instinct. I don't care if it's Rare, Iron Galaxy, Microsoft Studios, even though there was a, whatever, or Double Helix Games, or whatever it's called. Helix, I don't know. Helix sounds better. But, hear me out. Right, I'm just gonna turn this down real quick. So, just a quick recap. Number 5, anime fighting game. Number 4... Wait, that's right, I was still on number 4. So, number 4 is Star Wars fighting game by, whoever created Killer Instinct. And I know this sounds a bit crazy, because obviously NetherRealm, so then you could add in like fatalities and stuff. You could cut someone in half with a lightsaber. But I reckon Killer Instinct, because you would be able to pull in like sick combos with the lightsaber, swinging left, right, like swinging left, right, and down. I don't know what I'm saying at the moment. But you'd just be able to pull out some sick combos. It would also, of course, there would also be like Boba Fett and stuff. Maybe you're like shooting, then you turn around, do an explosive, and then of course, the music, the beat that starts kicking it at the end when you win. It's too good. You'd be like shooting them, and they'll be making sounds like pew 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 pew. That was really gay. And then all of a sudden you blow them up, and then it just goes, and that's the end. Or there'll be the stars where it's doing this. The lightsaber sound effects, but to a song. And then, yeah, I can't think of anything else that would... Any other Star Wars characters, but it would be sick, trust me. But not as sick as number 3. Number 3, Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. I feel like this is something that everyone has asked for. But... it doesn't need to happen, it would just be so cool if it did. Because you get to see like Ryu versus Scorpion. Chun-Li versus Sonya Blade or Cassie Cage now, depending on if you add the new fighters. Iffy about that one. But you'll just get to see all the old fighters versus and new versus all the old and new as well. It would just be so cool. And it would be made by NetherRealm, because I just want fatalities. Like, Ryu, you do a Hadouken, flies at your opponent, obliterates them. Or maybe it melts their maybe it melts their chest. That would be sick. Maybe it doesn't get rid of the bones now. Don't know why. Go over to Game first. That's if it becomes a game though. Okay, number 2. We're getting close. And there is one honorable mention I would like to mention. That's why it's an honorable mention. But that will be for after number 2. But number 2. Marvel Civil War. And I know what you're thinking. Genius. Absolute genius. Well, it won't be made by Capcom. It will be made by NetherRealm. Because they have already shown that they can do super good with superheroes. And there's also another reason, but I'll get to that one at the last one. But, well, with number 1. But, the thing, they would just do such a good job. They would do, like, the different costumes, which would be really cool. Could you imagine seeing Iron Spider in this? And then maybe you would actually be able to use, like, all these other, things. Tentacles. Jesus, I meant legs. I said tentacles. Oh, God. But you would just see him, like, fighting, and it'll be so sick. And, you know they'll be able to make a great storyline for it. They could pull something out of their ass, and it'll be like, whoa, that was such a good game. So it's kind of like Injustice. You see where I'm going with this now, don't you? Now, the honorable mention. Give me a second. Now, this also has to do with anime, so that's why it's an honorable mention. Now, there's this app on your phone that you can get on your phone called Webtoon. And basically, it's where fans make their own animes, well, mangas, not animes. Don't kill me. But there's this one manga in it called Dice. It's a great fighting game. I mean, that's going to be the fighting game, but it's a great manga. Go check it out. But if you haven't read it yet, wait a couple minutes, pause the video, go at least read a couple to understand what we're talking about. Okay, good. Now there's special abilities in it, and it's just, I mean, like, it's great. But there's teleportation. One's able to pause time. Invisibility. And then there's some others that no one really gives a shit about. But you would be able to, like, work in a really cool fighting system. We don't know who it would be made by. That's why it's an honorable mention and not an actual on the list. But it would just be a sick game. But now, number 1, the one that we've all been asking for and waiting for. We've even asked from Lego probably. Marvel vs. DC. Batman vs. Captain America. Superman vs. the Hulk. Shazam vs. Thor. You name it, they will have it. But I think it really speaks for itself, but I'm gonna try to explain it a bit anyway. Now, would it have the villains? Okay. But sorry for that. Probably cut, but whatever. No, none. So it would just be really sick. They could have the villains, and of course it would be made by NetherRealm, not by Capcom. I don't reckon they would do it justice. But NetherRealm, we already know they can do it. They'll pull it off again, and it would just be amazing. Now, you would be able to verse like the Joker. No, the Joker wouldn't really fit in, if you ask me. But you would be able to verse Deathstroke versus Deadpool. That would be a great fight. Like, oh my god. Green Lantern versus Silver Surfer, Flash versus Quicksilver, Wolverine versus... I don't know. But you get the gist. Black Lightning could also verse Thor, because he's a lightning guy. But, you know, it would just be sick. That's my top 5. Now that's the top 5, and just to repeat myself, number 5, anime fighting game. Number 4, Star Wars fighting game by Killer Instinct creators. Number 3, it was, yeah, that's right. Street Fighter versus Marvel versus Mortal Kombat. Number 2, Marvel Civil War by guess who? NetherRealm. And number 1, Marvel vs. DC by NetherRealm. And the thing is, of course, it would have a cool name. So, see you later. See you later, alligators, and goodbye, crocodiles. I did the wrong thing. Peace.